Hi, I'm Peter Kalmstrom of kalmstrom.com Business Solutions. I'll continue talking about Power BI, and one of the most interesting features is, of course, integrating this with your SharePoint intranet, and that's probably why you found my videos that you were interested in SharePoint. So I'm going to show you two ways of integrating this Power BI report that I created in a previous demo, integrating that into your SharePoint site. And before you get too excited about this, the best way of doing this would, of course, be if there's a web part that lets you do that, just like the Access web part that's here in Business Data, but regretfully, it's not there. It doesn't exist yet. Microsoft will probably publish that eventually, but for now, we don't have that option. So therefore, there are two options. First of all, there's the possibility to publish this to the web. And I'm just going to do a small one there and just copy that and then insert it by embed code. And you will have to tweak this a bit so that it doesn't show up with a lot of scroll bars, stuff like that. But I think you get the idea of how this works. So now I'll just save the page. And that does work. The big downside with this is security. Because when you publish a Power BI report to the web, there's no security there. You don't have to log in. So this report can be seen by anybody. And anybody can, of course, also go in and mess around with your data or play around with it and explore it. That's a good thing, of course, if it's public data, but if it's secure data, then you probably don't want to use that method yet. So another option that I would recommend actually doing that your users will probably buy at least until we get a proper Power BI web part. It's just removing this, and this can be a bit tricky because for some reason it doesn't take the remove thing there. So I'll just remove the snippet by placing the cursor to the right and pressing backspace. So another way of doing the same thing, really, is doing like this. I'll just use the snipping tool, create a screenshot of the most relevant data there, and then I'll save that. I'm going to save it to my desktop for now. You can, of course, save it directly into a SharePoint document library also. That's another thing. And then I'm just going to insert the picture. There we go, the picture from my computer. And then, of course, I'll link this to this report. Just copy the URL there. So when somebody clicks this, I will get to the Power BI. Type the address there or paste the address, and then I'll make sure to open that in a new tab. And I think most users will actually not mind that at all. And there you have the security. So you have your graph, and as you see when I click that, it takes me directly to the report and I can continue diving into it. So I think that's a rather good solution to embedding in SharePoint for now. Thank you for watching this demonstration.